So in this module, we are discussing some operators, some arithmetic operators, and the prefix and postfix operators. So first, let's have a look at division. Addition, subtraction, and multiplication work in the same way. So now with division, the result depends on what the operands are, what you're putting inside. So we have an integer a, which is getting integer 5 divided by integer 2. Float b, same integer 5 divided by integer 2. C is float 5.0 by integer 2. D is 5 divided by float 2.0. E is 5.0 by 2.0. And here we print A, B, C, D and E. Let's see what the result is. A is 2, B is 2.0, C is 2.5, D is 2.5, E is 2.5. So if you divide two integers, you will get the result as integer division. If you divide an integer and a float or two floats, you will get the result as true floating point division. Now let's have a look at the order of precedence. Here I have 10 star 5 by 2 and 5 by 2 star 10. So now here, if division has higher precedence than multiplication, I should get the same result, because 5 by 2 and 5 by 2, those will both evaluate to 2, and that times 10 should give 20. Let's see what the result is. The result is not the same. That is because multiplication and division actually have the same precedence and they are evaluated from left to right. So here we have 10 star 5, that becomes 50 divided by 2, which gives 25. Here we have 5 by 2, which becomes 2 star 10, which becomes 20. Now here, this is a new operator, the modulo operator. This is used to take the remainder when the first one is divided by the second one. Let's see what we get here. Now here we have an error. Multiple errors. Let's see what my error was. I see. First, let's bring these back. Now see, invalid operands to binary modulo. Again the same error and again the same error. So modulo as an operator only takes integers. That is very important. So if I just comment these three out and I just print out A and B, A is 1, B is 1.0. So that is the remainder which you get when you divide 5 with 2 with integer division. Right. Now here is the next example. Now this introduces us to prefix and postfix operators. So now prefix and postfix operators are used to increment or decrement a number. So suppose, let's just take this first example. Now x is equal to 5. X plus plus takes x from 5 to 6. Now y is equal to x plus plus. Now this is an example of a postfix operator. The other postfix operator is like this, x minus minus. So what this does is that, well, this statement here will just increase the value of x by 1. Now this statement over here, this will also increase the value of x by 1, but what matters is the order in which this is done. Now just let's see this example. X is equal to 7 while y is equal to 6. So here we first made x 5, we incremented it to 6. Now y is given the value of x and then x is incremented. So that's why it's postfix. We have a suffix of plus plus, and what that means is that after everything is evaluated, after the assignment is done, then this thing is incremented. Right? Now let's do something else. This over here is a prefix operator. We're doing the same thing with a minor difference. Here we were doing x plus plus, now we are doing plus plus x. Now we make x 5 again, we increment it to 6. Now we do this prefix operator. Now the second time around, x is 7 and y is 7. The reason this happens is that this over here is a prefix operator. So what happens is this is first evaluated, then it acts on this. Okay? Now this last example over here. Int p is equal to 5 times x plus plus, and then we reduce x again. Int q is equal to 5 times plus plus x. Let's print x, p and q once we are done with this. P is 35 while q is 40. So what happened over here? So for p, we multiplied 5 with the value of x, then we incremented x. Then we again here decremented x by 1. Then for q, we first incremented x and whatever value is there, multiplied that with 5 and stored it in q. That's why p and q have different values. So now as a summary, here is the order of precedence. Prefix, parenthesis, multiplication, division, modulo, addition, subtraction, assignment, and postfix.